Alrighty, that seems to be the last of them out. Miss, do you know why I asked you specifically to meet me after class? You've any idea at all? Well, for starters, you haven't been present for my past two lectures. All the times before then, you were clearly distracted. But most of all, a student came to me reporting that they found this piece of paper fall out of your backpack. Now, normally I wouldn't snoop into a student's personal papers like this, but I thought it might shed some light as to why you've been gone or distracted, and it did. As a student of mine, do you really feel this way about me? Well, while I am flattered, of course. Really? You went into great detail about how you can't stand to be in my class any longer than an hour without getting too excited, you wrote. You used to be such a great student back when this year first began. You would sit up in my class, keep quiet, and pay very close attention. But as time wore on, you kept getting more and more lazy with your notes. You'd rather stare at me than write. Has it really gotten to that point where coming to my class actively offsets the rest of your day like that? My. Well, again, thank you, sweetheart. But you must understand, I can't do anything with this information, obviously. I can't let you into my life as some fling I have with a student, as nice as that idea may sound. A beautiful girl like you showing me attraction? Well, it's not unheard of, but it's definitely something I haven't experienced myself yet. No, I shouldn't even be entertaining the thought. What did you expect to accomplish from writing the note? Was it to get the emotions out on the paper? Did you plan to give it to me? Whatever the goal, this, well, it certainly is something. Are you not even a little embarrassed at me finding this? You have beautiful quotes, such as, "The way his shirt hugs his body," and gems like, "I can't get over how he glances at all the students, and when he passes over me, my heart jumps." Really? A simple look from me is enough to get your heart pumping? Honey, this makes me feel so conflicted. While on one hand, I think I should reward you for your obvious diligence to detail, I know it would just make your work in class so much worse. I think we'd both want more at that point. Well, sweetheart, I just don't know what to do with you. You've put me in a very precarious situation. You know that, right? Every responsible bone in my body is screaming to me to scold you and send you away and kill whatever feeling you have for me, but some part of me, I don't know, it just loves how you love me. And you obviously care about me enough to spill your heart out and just to get it out of your system. That's, in its own right, beautiful. And I wouldn't want to kill something so raw, so vulgar. We need more of that in the world, and I'd hate to be responsible for stomping out that spark. Not to mention, you are a beautiful student. Physically, of course. How you dress yourself, your hair, the aesthetic of you. It has a certain property to it that I find so alluring. Like how you're smiling right now. Absolutely adorable. I was very, very disappointed when you stopped showing up to my lectures. The prettiest face in the unrecognizable crowd that gathers for my teaching. You always stood out. I never knew why, but now I realize I was clearly onto something. Fine, fine, fine. Class doesn't start for another 20 minutes, so no one should burst in. Come here. Goodness. Even more beautiful up close. Not to mention, your face has such soft skin. I'm sure the rest of your body carries on that motif. Close your eyes. There. You got your kiss. My urges are sated, and hopefully this gives you a good reason to start showing up to my lectures more often. And maybe even something to think about when you're alone later tonight. Good. Very good. Naturally, this will be kept a secret from other students and teachers, and I expect you not to write about this and take it to school like you did with the previous edition of your love for me, which I think I'll keep, just to reread and ponder over when I find myself having a bad day. You really did a number on me, sweetheart. Some might even consider this payback for the thoughts that you put into my head. Either way, I expect greater performance from you in the future here on out. If you do better, maybe I'll even reward you again. There we go. That's what I like to hear. Well, I tend to stay in my office a little later than most. Feel free to come in any time from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and maybe, once you have done your better work, we can discuss future propositions. But until then, keep your nose in those books, and not only will your future look brighter, but maybe one with me involved as well. Good night, sweetheart. No doubt I'll see you tomorrow.